5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. To throw is Frazier. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the first play of the game. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Washington, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Johnston. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Throwing on 1st down. Johnston. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Off-play action. Johnston. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Johnston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Frazier. And his throw here's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. off Frazier. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Come on now, let's go.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Johnston. His throw incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
Off the play fake. Johnston. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Second and 10. Frazier to throw. Looks to the sideline and has Mims, who makes a catch.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Frazier.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
$10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd and 8. Here's Frazier. And this a quick slant to Lockett.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On the draw, here's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd and 2. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Santos now to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10.
The score, Eagles 14, Washington 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Milton Williams there on the tackle. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Check, lucky.
Looking to throw. Johnston. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. Taken in at the 22. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off-play action. Frazier. Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a carry for Sanders. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Frazier. And this one complete to Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Eagles.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Frazier. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Santos' kick is up and through.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
On 1st and 10, Johnston.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. You're not ready. You're not 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 47. Mike's 47. In your face. Switch.
Operating from the gun, Johnston. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
47's the Mike, boys. 47. Check, 47. Rip left. Kill.
Back to throw. Johnston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
They don't want it, boys.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Frazier. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 1st down, Frazier. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43.
A handoff for Gibson.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
A carry for Gibson.
4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Johnston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On second down, it's Gibson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
To throw on second down, Frazier. It's caught, Smith.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. But he is out of bounds
bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Frazier going for it all. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeVonta Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now the point after try for Santos. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Got to do better. Come on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Johnston. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll run with Gibson. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Johnston winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Frazier. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the gun on 3rd down. Frazier complete. Smith has it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Johnston. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on first down, Johnston. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 9.
Switch.
From the gun, Johnston. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A huge play there for Washington. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Johnston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Frazier. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Frazier. He's got Smith here.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Frazier. This is Smith with a grab. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Frazier. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to
kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Frazier to throw.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Frazier. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Frazier.
And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
2nd and 8 coming up.
They'll look to throw again.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw. Frazier. And this one goes incomplete. A first misfire there after 6 straight completions, and it leads to 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
up to throw. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They'll try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Eagles 36.
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it, because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
It's 2nd and 8.
To Edmonds on the toss. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right, because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Washington, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the